Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 of learning C language. Today we will discuss about functions in C. What are functions? Functions are reusable block of code that perform specific tasks. They help in organizing the code and reducing redundancy and improving the readability. Why we have to use the functions? Because its reusability function is can be reused. Write once and we can use multiple times. And then modularity. What is modularity? Breaking down the large programs into smaller parts that are manageable. Okay. And also ease of debugging. Test and debug smaller pieces of code independently. You can easily test and debug the smaller piece of code. And next, types of functions. First of all, we'll learn about function. What is function? A function is a block of code that is written. It can be used so many times, number of times we want within the program. Okay. Now we will see the types of functions. There are two types, built-in functions and also user-defined functions. First one, built-in functions. Built-in functions means those are predefined in C libraries. For example, printf, scanf, square root. These are the predefined libraries. Okay. Printf, scanf, and square root are predefined in C libraries. These are called as built-in functions. And now user-defined functions. What are user-defined functions? User-defined functions are created by the programmer for specific task. Okay. What is user-defined function? It was created by us. Okay. For to do specific task. Let's see the syntax of a function. Return type function means whether it is int type or void type, like that you have to mention here. This is the syntax of function, and then return type, and then function name here. First one is return type, whether it is int or void you have to mention it, and then function name you have to mention it, and after that you have to give the parameters, and then open, and that line function body means this is the actual code we will return. What when we call this function name, what have to happen, that should be written in this function body. Okay. And that after that, return value means what we have to return, that should be written here. Okay. And then let's see an example for a function. See here, this is header file, and here I declared function. As I said before in the syntax, see here syntax. First one is return type, int type. Okay. And then function name. Function name is what? Add numbers is a function name. And then parameters. What are parameters? Variable a and variable b, both are int data type. Int variable a and int variable b. After that, semicolon, because here I declared. Okay. And this is main function. Int main. This is main function, entry level of the program. Okay. And then I have declared two variables here, num1 and num2, and I have assigned values 5 and 10. And I have also given variable called sum. In the sum variable, what I am storing? I am calling the function, add number function, which I have declared before here. I am calling that function here. So for these numbers 5 and 10, then what will be printed? That should be printed here. Okay. Let me explain this in the online compiler, so you will get more understand. Okay. Let's go to online C compiler, search for online C compiler, and then open this. Here I will write the function name. First of all, I want to clear this one. I'll clear this, and here I have to give the function name. First of all, return type, int return type, and then function name, add function. Function name is add, and then parameters, int a comma int b, and then semicolon. Not semicolon. What I have to do now? You can see here. What's the example here? You can see it. Just a second. What I have to return? I have mentioned add means what add will return. It will return the addition of the two variables. So return a plus b. That's all. Okay. After that here, what I have to do? I will give two variables int num1 equals to 10 comma num2 equals to 20, and I will give variable name sum. Why? Because I store that addition in that sum variable. Now I have to use the function, call the function. I am calling the function and giving the parameters, variable names. So okay, and then print the sum. And then run it. Just a second. What I did here, and created a variable. Let's look into this example. You will get more understand. Okay, I have to mention here the format specifier. Don't forget it. You have to mention it format specifier. Otherwise, your output will not be disappeared. Okay, you have to mention this. For int, you have to mention percentage %d. For float, you have to mention percentage of likewise. Okay, let me run this now. The sum is 30. I did not use I did not add this to 10 plus 20. What I did actually, I have created a function name int add function name and given parameters and written a plus b. Here I have declared two variables num1 and num2, and then what I did, I have created a variable called sum. In the sum variable, I am using add function here. In this line you can check add function for this number 1 and number 2 variables. See here. So 10 plus 20, 30. We can use many times as we want. Let's check it. I'll use one more time this add function here. Just a second. Here I will give num3 as 50 and num4 as 100. And then here what I will give, some two variable also I have to give. In the add function, I will give num3 comma num4 parameters, and then I will print the sum now. The sum 2 is, I will give format specifier here, and then I will print the sum 2 variable. Let's run this program now. Just a second. Here you have to give semicolon, otherwise like this error will come. Here you can see the sum is 30, the sum is 150. For better understanding, I will give new line. Okay, let's run this again. See here, The sum is 30. The sum 2 is 150. First sum is 10 plus 20, 30. And then second sum is 100 plus 50, 150. Likewise, by once declaring a function in a program, you can use this add function many times you want in this particular program. Number of times you want, you can use that. Okay, that is the advantages of the uh, function. You can use many times. It is reusable. It can be used again and again. Okay, and it reduces the code size, modularity. So these are the advantages of function. And now let's go to next topic. Just a second. The next topic is types of function arguments. Okay, types of function arguments. There are two types of function arguments. Okay, there are two types of function arguments. What are they? The first one is pass by value. Okay, and then second one is pass by reference. Okay, these are the two types of function arguments: pass by value and pass by reference. First one, pass by value. What does it do? It copies the value of the variable to the function. Pass by value do, it copies the value of the variable to the function. And what will pass by reference? What is meant by pass by reference? It passes the address of the variable. Okay, pass by reference is used to pass the address of the variable, whereas pass by value is used to copy the value of the variable to the function. Let's see an example for pass by reference. Okay, you can see here we are using pointer because of we have to pass by reference. It will pass the address of the variable, not the copy of the variable. It will pass the address of the variable. Here I will explain this code in C compiler. Just a second. Let me clear this one. First of all, first line hash include stdio.h. This is standard input output header file. Okay, and then next one, void swap. This is main function name. Function name. So void is return type and swap is function name. And the parameters given are int x and int y. Pointer x and pointer y. It means it stores the reference of the variable, memory location. Okay, and then int main, entry level of the program. And after that, they have declared integer variables, that is a and b, a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. And that after that, using the function name swap and swapping these two values a and b, this holds this end symbol. What is that use of that end symbol? It holds the address of the variable. So we are using that. It stores here we declared is a pointers, so it holds the address of the variables. Here we are using end symbol that holds the memory address, so it will be swapped by using memory address of the variable. Okay, and then in next line we are printing the a and b values after swapping. After this function we are printing the after swapping values. Here returning the program return 0. And then what I have given the function void swap. What is the function will do? It will create a temporary variable, integer temporary variable, int data type temporary variable, and the temporary variable stores the x value. And what it will do? The x value is empty now. The x value will store the y value. and y value is free, empty now. Then the y value is stored by temp value. So what happened here? We created an empty temp variable. Then the x is stored in temp. Then x is empty. Then empty x we stored y. Then y is empty. Then again temp we stored here. So what contains temp in first line? X is stored in temp. So y equals to x. X will happen here. So at last close the bracket. Let me run this program and check the output. See here. First I am given 10 and 20. But after swapping, what happened? A equals to 20 and B equals to 10. Okay. They interchange the values. Okay. Like that. This is an example of pass by reference. Okay. Let's go to next topic, that is recursion. What is recursion? Recursion means nothing but a function that calls itself is called recursive. It means in a program, within a program, the function is called by itself is called the recursive function. Okay. Look at here example of this recursive function, that is factorial, to find the factorial using recursion. Okay. You can see here factorial using recursion. You can see here. I will explain this program in C compiler so that you will understand easily. Just a second. Let me clear this previous code. See here. First one is, as we know, header file preprocessor directive. This stdio.h is for standard input and output header file. Okay. And then we created a function here, that is return type we are mentioned int, and then next function name is factorial, and then parameters are int n, integer data type n variable. Here we declared the function. At next line, int main, this is the main function, entry level of the program. At next line, we have declared a variable called num, integer variable num, and we stored the value 5 here. And after that next line, we have printed the factorial of the number. What we have printed? Num and factorial of num. Means first will what the number is given, that will be print. After that the factorial number will be print. Okay. Return 0. And then here the function initialize. I mean function, what the function will do is written here. First of all, int factorial int n parameter, and then it check for if n is equals to 0 or n equals to 1. It means it will check whether the n is given 0 or 1. Then it will return 1, because a factorial of 0 and 1 are 1 only. Other than 1 where one number other than 0 and 1, any number was given by in this variable, then it will return n into factorial of n minus 1. Here else means if n equals to 0 or n equals to 1 means it will return 1. Else means if other than 0 and 1 number given, then it will return n into factorial into n minus 1. What is n here? 5. 5 into factorial of 5 minus 1 means 4, means 5 4 is 20. Next one 3, 23 is 60. Next one is 2, 62, 62 is 120. And then 120 into 1, 120 into 1, 120. So the factorial of 5 is 120. Let me check with another number now. I'll give here now 1. Guess what will be the output? Here we mentioned, if the number is 0 or 1, then it will print 1 only. The factorial of 0 or 1 is 1 only. So it will print 1. See here, the factorial of 1 is 1. Let me give you a big number now. Sorry, it will be a very big number. Now I have given 8 by mistake 9 printed. Okay, no problem. 8 is the factorial of 8 is 40320. Okay. Likewise, you have to find the factorial. Okay. The factorial of 5 is 120. Like this. Okay. And these are the practice questions uh, for the above topics. The practice questions are, I will explain these practice questions. You have to do do the practice questions so that you will understand easily. Okay, you will get more clarity. First practice question is, write a function to calculate the area of the circle. Okay, you have the formula of area of circle. You have, by using that formula, you have to create a function to calculate the area of the circle. Okay, this is function topic question, easy one. Try to do this. Okay, next one is recursive function question. Implement a recursive function to calculate the Fibonacci series. Okay, what's the question? We have to find calculate the Fibonacci series. By using, we have to create a recursive function, which means the function can be called by itself only. That is recursive function. Okay, do this question also, easy one. If you want to refer, means you can refer this PDF and examples. Otherwise, you can refer to chat GPT also. You will get more understand. Try to do this by your own logical thinking first. Okay. Third one is, create a function to check whether a number is prime or not. Okay. First of all, we have to find that the number is prime number or not. What is prime number means? The number which should be divided with 2 and 3. Then it is said to be prime. Otherwise, it is not prime number. So first of all, you have to give some number variable, some variable you have to create, and then assign some number to that, either prime or not prime number, and you have to check whether the entered given number is prime or not. That is this question. Okay, easy one. Do this practice questions. And then the next topic is arrays in C. What is array? An array is a collection of variables of same data type stored in contiguous memory locations. It means we can create a one variable and we can store many collection of data, but the data should be of same type. Okay. For example, we have to store a list of numbers. Okay. Then we can create an array called marks. We have 5 students of marks. In that array, we can store the whole 5 student marks in that single variable. Okay, that is the use of array. An array is a collection of variables of same data type stored in contiguous memory locations. Why use arrays? Why will use arrays? Okay, because of efficient storage. It stores multiple values of same type. Array stores multiple values of same type, and arrays have easy access. We can access the elements using an index. Yes, we can access the elements in an array by using an index. Okay, basically there are three types of arrays. The first one is one dimensional array. It means linear list of elements, like line wise linear list of elements, one dimensional array. And then the second type is two dimensional array. It is mean matrix like structure with rows and columns. This is a two dimensional array. And then the third type is multi-dimensional array. It means it contains more than two dimensions. Okay. First one, we will learn about one dimensional array. What is one dimensional array? Here we will see declaration, how to declare the one dimensional array. See here. First of all, data type you have to give, and then array name, and then size of the array. This is the declaration, how to declare the one dimensional array. Okay, this is how you can declare the one dimensional array. Let's see an example for one dimensional array. Okay, I will explain this code in C compiler. I will type the code here. Just a second. Hash include header file. Hash include stdio.h int main, and then what I have to do, this is one dimensional array, so I have to create, first I have to mention data type, it is int data type, and then I will, array name is arrays numbers. When I am mentioning as array, I have to mention the size here. This is, I will give 5 numbers, so the size is 5. This is array name, and this is array size. Okay, don't forget it. And then I will give array elements that are 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, now I have to, by using this for loop, I will print the all the elements in the that numbers array. Okay, for int I equals to 0, I less than 5, I less than or equals to 5, I plus plus, print printf numbers. Okay, just a second. Likewise, here I have to end the program, so return 0. Okay, let's run this program now. It is fifth line. Sorry, I have to do the format specifier also. So numbers are uh, better numbers. Let me run this now. Sorry, you have to give correct spelling mistake. In speed typing, I gave some mistake. Numbers. Okay, let me run this, and the output is, you can see here. I will, like, I will print uh, slash in here, and then I will run. Give something different. Here I have to. Okay, I have to mention the array, not like this. Okay, don't get confused. I have array of numbers. So I will print numbers of array I, like that. Okay, at last what I will do, and also here I will use slash n for new line. Okay, let me run this. You can see here uh, numbers of I. Just a second, what's the mistake here? First one I have to give here, that are that will print I, means this one. At last I will be printing numbers I. Now it will be corrected. Okay, see here, first one is 10, second one is 20, third one is 30, fourth one is 50, like that. Here I will give element number, like element number 1 is like that, element number 0 is 10, element number 1 is 20, element number 2 is 30, like that. This 10 index is 0. In array, the index starts from 0. Okay, then the index value of 10 is 0. The index value of 40 is what? It means 0, 1, 2, 3. The index value of 40 is 3. You can check here. Element number 3 is 40. Like that, the index starts from 0. If I want to print, like, just a second, I have to print something, like, wait, I want to print, for example, fifth element. Fifth element is number, uh, number of, what is that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a second. Give the array name correctly. Here I have mentioned numbers. Okay, you should also mention here numbers only, not number. Don't get confused. Fifth element is 50 because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The the index is 4, but the element is 5. Okay, so I have mentioned the index 4 here. If I want to print the, here only 4 index is there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll try to print the fifth index. Fifth index is not there, but I will try to print that. What will happen? Let's check that. Number of numbers of 5. Index 5 I have given, but here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 index is there, but I am printing fifth index. Let's check what will happen. See here, fifth element is 0 because sixth element is 0 because sixth element is not there. So it will print like sixth element is 0 because sixth element is not there. The size is 5 only. Likewise, this is the use of array. By using this one variable name, you can store the same data type numbers. Okay, let's go to next one, that is two-dimensional array. What is two-dimensional array? Two-dimensional array means it is a matrix structure like rows and columns. Consists of two dimensions. That is, you can see here. This is one dimension and this is one dimension. Matrix structure like rows and columns. Likewise, how to declare a two-dimensional array? Here you can see this. First one is you have to mention data type, and after that you have to mention array name, and after that you have to mention number of rows and number of columns, at last semicolon. Likewise, you have to mention that two-dimensional array. This is an example code for two-dimensional array. Just a second, I will explain this code. Okay, let me open this compiler and then I will explain this code line by line now. Please listen carefully. First one is, as we know, it is header file and then main entry level of the program. This is where the actual program starts. I am giving data type and then array name matrix, and then number of rows is 2 and then number of columns is 3. After that, I am initializing some values to the matrix rows and columns. These are rows and columns values. And here for rows, I have taken variable I. For columns, I have taken j variable. So I less than 2 means because two elements. So I less than 2, I plus plus, and j is 3. Columns are 3. So j equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. And then I am printing matrix I comma j, matrix of I comma j. Okay, let me run this now. Just a second. You can see here. The first matrix 0 0 element is 1, and then matrix 0 1 element is 2, and then matrix 0 2 element is 3, and then matrix 1 0 element is 4, 1 1 is 5, and 1 2 is 6, like that. If you want to clear explanation, I will, just a second, see this. This is the matrix we have created, and the uh, rows and columns are 2 rows and 3 columns. It is 2 into 3 matrix. Okay, 2 into 3 matrix, 2 into 3 matrix, 2 rows and 3 columns, and the elements are 1 2 3 4 5 6. 2 rows and 3 columns, 1 2 3, and then 4 5 6. These are the 6 elements that are stored in the matrix. You can print here. Just a second. This is the output. Okay, let me clear this one. And then the next topic is multidimensional array. What is multidimensional array? It consists of more than 2 dimensions. Okay, like for example 3 into 3 matrix. 3 into 3 matrix. Okay, for example 3 into 3 matrix. This is an example for multidimensional array. It consists of more than 2 dimensions. See this example so that you will understand. Mm, let me explain this. I'll explain this example code so that you will get more understand. Okay, just a second. Let me open the online compiler now. Let me clear this previous code, and this is the multidimensional array example program. First one is, as we know, this is header file. Hash include stdio.h, standard input, output, and header file. Okay, preprocessor directive. And then int main. This is the main entry level of the program. And data type int, and array name arr, and the dimensions I have given is 2 into 2 2 2. Okay, 3 dimensional, and I have given some values to that matrix. And for 3 dimensions, I have given 3 variables like I, j, and k. These 3 are size of 2. So I equals to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus. Same as like that. J equals to 0, j less than 2, j plus plus. Same as like that. K equals to 0, k less than 2, k plus plus. And print the array of I, j, k. And then run it. The output is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, this is the matrix, multidimensional matrix. Okay, multidimensional array example program matrix. And then next topic is array as function arguments. Let's see an example for array as function argument. Passing an array to the function. How to pass an array to the function? This is an example. Let's see here. I will explain this program in online compiler. Just a second. And run this program now. Check this. Element 0 is 10, element 1 is 20, element 2 is 30, and element 3 is 40, and element 4 is 50. The indexing starts from 0. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The total size is 5. But the index elements still 4 because it starts from 0. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay. This is an example program for passing an array to the function. Okay, practice this program so that you will get more clarity. These are the practice questions for this topic. Okay, first one, write a program to find the largest and smallest elements in the one dimensional array. Okay, create a one dimensional array and try to find the largest and smallest elements in that one dimensional array. This is a simple program. You can do it your own. Try to do this one. And then the second one is create a program to perform matrix addition using a two-dimensional array. It means create a two-dimensional array and add the elements in the array to perform matrix addition. Okay, this is also an easy thing. I explained in the previous code, same like as that matrix one, but we have to do here addition. Okay, and then third question is implement a program to reverse an array using a loop. It means you have to reverse the array. If, for example, if the array elements is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to reverse the array like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 using a loop. By using for loop, you can easily reverse an array. Just like, for example, here I will tell nothing but by using for loop, you have to uh, just a second. You have to give for loop and start from I equals to 5 and then reduce the number to 0, I less than or equals to 0, and then decrease the value, so I minus minus. Likewise you can solve this problem. And then the fourth problem is to write a function that takes an array as an argument and returns its sum. As I told before, you can see here same as this example. Okay, try to solve that also. This is an easy program. Try to do this. Let's do a quick recap of what we have learned today. First of all, we learnt about what is function. Functions are reusable block of code that can perform specific tasks. It helps us to reduce the size of the code and improve readability. The key features of functions are modularity, reusability, and ease of debugging. There are two types of functions, that is built-in functions and user-defined functions. Okay, and then we have learnt about basic syntax of a function, and after that types of function arguments. There are two types of function arguments. They are pass by value and pass by reference. And we also learnt about these two types of function arguments with examples. And also recursion. What is recursion? A function that calls itself is called recursion. Okay, and also we did this example program for to find the factorial using recursion. And after that I have given some practice questions. Do these practice questions so that you can improve your logical thinking. And after that we learnt about arrays in C. What is an array? An array is a collection of variables of same data type stored in a contiguous memory locations. Okay, why will you use array? Because of its key features, they are efficient storage and easy access. And we have learnt about types of arrays. There are three types of arrays. First one is one dimensional array. It means linear list of elements. And then two dimensional array. It means matrix structure like rows with rows and columns. Okay, and then the third type is multi-dimensional array. It means it consists of more than two dimensions, so that is called a multi-dimensional array. And also we did these examples for each type of array. At last, array as function arguments, passing an array to a function like that. And also at last I have given some four practice questions and I also explained these questions, so try to do these questions. Okay, thank you.